ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. And as you guys can tell, I am recording in a different area. I'm actually not in my original studio. I'm actually traveling right now. So today we are going to be talking about a few assets. We're going to be talking obviously about the market. We're going to be talking about pretty much XRP, the dollar, Ethereum, and also Bitcoin overall. A lot of things have changed significantly since yesterday. I do just want to open one more tab, and that is the indices. So let's actually open that and really look at what's happening in the overall market. As we do see that stocks turned green today. I told you guys we need to really watch stocks because once they do rally a little bit, that's when a lot of money will flow throughout the market as well. We are seeing the dollar drop a little bit today. Nothing too crazy. We did hit a little bit of a topping point. Don't know if we could break this overall support zone now that we pretty much ranged into. But once we break below that, I do think that that will turn into key significant resistance, as we do see it always kind of does. This is pretty much us ranging higher all the way up to about 94.28 before breaking down officially. So I'm really watching this right now as well. Still watching stocks, still have my eye on these. Now again, even going back to Bitcoin, I have been calling for a little bit lower on Bitcoin, but we just couldn't get there. Totally fine. I told you guys we didn't really need to go much further after we pretty much broke down below the 200-day MA, similar to this drop here. So that was good to see. We quickly regained it after that video from yesterday. So I told you guys, keep a close eye on that 45.7K zone, as that will tell us if we can go much higher. Now we did hit some resistance at 49.1K. Nothing too crazy. I still think that we eventually get there. We could come down and retest about 46.8K. That wouldn't be too crazy of a retest, but I do think that we eventually break that. Most likely, who knows, today, tomorrow, over the weekend. Over the weekend would be great. I do think that we eventually get to 50K plus on Bitcoin, but major breakouts are happening, as we do see XRP even breaking out of that overall $1 and $1.10 to $1.15 overall chop zone that it was in, and it was technically $1.05 to $1.15, but it is what it is. We were ranging on that support zone for a little bit of time, so we did see that break out. We did hit a little bit of resistance at that $1.31.5. So until that is broken, like I said, until that is held, then we pretty much can target $2. But I do think that a breakout to $2 is going to be happening by the end of the month. So I think that we should be watching XRP closely, especially as volume piles in. Things have been moving fast. Like I said, guys, yesterday things were looking like we were coming down lower, and today is extremely different. So this market changes fast. Things move very fast as well as once things kind of move. For an example, Ethereum is back to 32K. It did top out a little bit on resistance at almost 34K, and we do see here that it hit that same exact high before it got rejected off of that. So we could tell that at 34K, it's gonna be fighting a little bit, but once it passes 3,400, sorry, that's pretty much where Ethereum will really rally. And even in terms of dominance for Ethereum, we have been bouncing off of some support zones down at the 50 and also the 100. So I'm watching that closely before we do retest 20%. Again, Ethereum dominance is going to be a big player here. But if we do come over to the coin market cap, we are still now over $2.08 trillion, up about 6.8%. Bitcoin is up about 6.3%, which is pretty good. Most altcoins like Cardano are up significantly, up about 10.85% at almost $2.50. ADA is nearly at its all-time high. That's good to see. We do see other altcoins, for an example, XRP up 10% as well, BNB up about 6%, and a lot of pretty much the entire market is green today, with Bitcoin. So it's very good to see for altcoins. I think altcoins are ready, guys. Like I can't express that enough. Like I've been telling you guys for the last few months, right? Like pullbacks in the market are totally fine. I don't mind pullbacks here and there, like some healthy corrections. But the pullback on Bitcoin this year, was significant. I understand a lot of people were panicking. I understand that when you see something come down pretty much 2x, it was significant. So for me personally, I get it. A lot of people were scared. A lot of people were panicked. But that is exactly why I try to keep you guys updated along the way. I told you guys that this entire drop on Bitcoin was nothing. Sure, we broke technicals. A lot of people were panicking. A lot of big, influencers were calling for a bear market. I told you guys that we were still in a bull market. We still very much are. Yes, we will, have slight pullbacks here and there once we do move up significantly. Like, I would not be surprised if we do come down and retest the support zone over the weekend. I really wouldn't. But I also think that we don't need to, right? Like in terms of overall structures of Bitcoin, we can continue upward momentum just like this, then have a slight pullback. So to pump up 2 candles, it's nothing too crazy. I think that we most likely will break out of 50K by the end of the weekend. And the reason why I say that is because Bitcoin's volume has been picking up lately. The RSI looks pretty decent. Everything looks pretty good for a major run, and that is why I even talk about September and the fall, because I think that as we march forward into the fall, that's where we will see a lot of these altcoins, especially XRP, right? Because I've been talking about XRP hitting double digits plus. XRP is one of those assets that could hit $20 to $30, and a lot of people will still say, well, XRP is still a garbage coin. It's never going to be utilized the way that people think. It's never going to hit this, that, whatever. I've talked about how we get to major targets on XRP. I've talked about $100 XRP. I've talked about $1,000 XRP. A lot of people can't fathom it. But a lot of people couldn't fathom Bitcoin breaking $1,000, and I get it. The circulating supply, market cap, whatever. That argument kind of flows out the door. But we do see that we are starting this major breakout. Obviously, like I said, I was calling for about a 12.63% pullback on Bitcoin to 42K. We got to 43.9K, so it's totally fine. But I believe that this drop is now invalidated. We most likely will not go that low anymore. If anything, a pullback from this 49K level will bring us down probably to the 200-day MA. Again, that's about 45.7K. So I'm still watching that. We will rise. As the price rises, so will the MA. So realistically speaking, we'll most likely pull back to 46K wherever we do land. Now, if we do continue, for an example, if we break 52K, then it's pretty much all eyes on the 50Ks in terms of any pullbacks happening on Bitcoin, because as we range higher, the pullbacks only get pretty much shorter in terms of the percentages. Now, of course, pullbacks still occur. For an example, here is the beginning of that major run to 65K, 26.6%, 18.77%, and 27.51%. So all pullbacks are different. We don't need to pull back 12, 13, 14% exact. For an example, just to give you guys a little bit of an insight here, on Bitcoin, this last pullback that we had was not significant at all. It was about 8.64%. Totally fine, totally healthy. Now we've had slight pullbacks throughout this entire run up, so we're still looking good. Volume, like I said, is picking up. Now I'm really watching Bitcoin dominance. We're pretty much ranging in this overall chop zone. We're trying to break out of that 44.5%, but we really can't break above it. We actually rejected the 100-day MA, which tells me that we are going to be staying, in the sideways trading for a little bit of time on Bitcoin dominance, which is good to see, because as we range on this, overall chop zone, and Bitcoin is moving up in price, this means that a lot of money is flowing into our altcoins, and that is good for us, right? Especially considering Bitcoin dominance being this, low when we are this high on it. So this means a lot of money could be flowing into altcoins. I don't doubt it, considering the fact that a lot of them are up significantly, especially when we look at ADA. ADA has been the showrunner for most altcoins right now, especially even XRP. Like XRP and ADA have been following each other significantly. We do see Polkadot is up significantly as well, almost 30% on the 7-day span. Solana is an absolute beast in this market right now, up about 73.3%. That is absolutely crazy. It's been doing like massive Ethereum 2017 runs right now. I would not be surprised if Solana topped out at about like $170, to be completely honest with you guys. But this goes to show you that, when you look at an asset like Solana, the patience is what will win, right? Because look at the sideways trading after it dropped significantly from its high of like $56. It sideways traded and it actually went all the way down to about $23. That is exactly why you buy the dip as well. And then, it had a massive breakout. And again, this will go for all altcoins. Like, for example, XRP will be no different as well. Like, once we break out of that $2 wedge up here, it's pretty much clear skies for us, especially once we break over $1.31.5 and hold that. Obviously, there is still some resistance points up here. Like, for example, the next major one would be about $1.50, and then after $1.50, the next major one will be like up in the $1.70s and stuff like that. So, still some resistance points to get through on XRP, but I think that we are targeting that $2 zone by the end of the month. So, with that being said, everything looks extremely bullish. I am very bullish on crypto, as you guys already know. I haven't changed my narrative at all. I wasn't calling for any bearishness on Bitcoin, just a slight pullback. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes, it's fine to be wrong, especially considering, this was only a little bit more of a drop down. It was about another 4%. So, wasn't anything significant. We didn't need it. It wasn't, totally, necessary, but it is what it is. I'm very happy with the price action so far. Going to be watching Bitcoin, going to be watching Ethereum, going to be watching the dominance levels, going to be watching the DXY and also the indices, as well as most altcoins that are front runners right now. The indices look incredible, guys. Going to be watching this as we march into next week, because now we do not move on the indices until Monday. So this is also a good counter for Bitcoin moving up in price. It means, hey, stocks aren't going to be volatile because they can't trade over the weekend. So everything did turn green as opposed from yesterday. Obviously, some stocks are still red, but the major ones, which are, pretty much the US and also a few overseas, are green. So that's good to see. So everything still looks pretty bullish. I'm still very happy, like I said, and I'm just going to keep an eye on those things, like, for example, the DXY stocks and so forth. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.